I've come to Fleetwood in Lancashire. Why am I here? So many times I've gone to the likes of Greggs, and I always say at the end, support your local bakery. And that's what I'm doing. Terrace house, terrace house, terrace house, terrace house. Bakery, terrace house, terrace. I've got to say, location-wise, it's a bit different. Now, it's been here over 50 years. 50 years, so it must be doing something right. Local bakery, and this is what I say you've got to support. As always, let's give it a go. Quiet road as well. Amble along, nice and easy. It is honestly just in a terrace house. Dun, dun, dun. Hiya there. Okay, I want a real selection, please. Can I have your hot pot?
Got a warm one, a cold one.
Everything hot there, please. Warm, please. So I'll have a hot pot, a meat and potato pie, please. Dun, 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 dun. Look at the selection. I'm actually a little bit. What else? Oh, sausage. Oh, sausages. We'll have a sausage roll. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. So, obviously, you've got lots of cakes, everything. Oh, look at this. Eccles cake. The biggest in the world. £1.15. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll have a Cornish pasty and a sausage roll, please. I'm not good at ordering, am I? This poor lady. Oh, you've got all sandwiches here as well. Can I have 2 of your Eccles cakes as well, please? And a coffee and a cappuccino as well, please. I'll have half a sugar in the cappuccino. That way I'm losing weight. You've been here over 50 years.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. That's fantastic. Sorry, what did I get there? Ham salad on a white balm. There we go. 2 absolutely lovely ladies in there. Bit more meat on the bones. What they said now is in the square they've got another bakery opened up. That's where all the baking's done now. It used to be done here. This was the original, and they've moved it over there. And yeah, brilliant. A little bit proud of myself. Cha-ching! You thought I was going to do this standing up. I'll probably do it on my back in a minute when this thing falls down. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, there we go. So, let's take a look at the goods. So that's the hot pot. Then we have the ham and salad. Oh, how can I do this? Take you out, put you in. They're the Eccles cakes. Take a look at the size. That is incredible. Come to you last. Let's do this as we go along. So, straight in here. Got the lid on top. So, lamb, potatoes, carrots, vegetables. Crikey, that's hot. I'd be complaining if it was cold. And this is the novelty, isn't it? That go to Greggs, it is luck whether or not it's hot or not. You go there, if you want it cold, they give it to you cold. If you want it hot, they will give it to you hot. No, hot. Nice gravy. As I say, you've got carrots, you've got onions. Oh! Take a look in here. There's no shortage of filling whatsoever. I'm not getting a huge amount of lamb. I've got to be very honest on that. I used to do it in Coronation Street. It was a Betty used to do the hot pot. I imagine her one's a little bit better than this one. But what I'm going to say, that is really tasty. Actually, I can just see here, there's little flecks of lamb, lots of potato. That is nice. Sorry, I'm enjoying it so much. I'm not telling you much about it. It's a very light pastry on top. You've got the hardness of the surround pastry, and and that's where it's been put in the oven. The outside, with all the juices coming up, makes the outside a little bit harder. That is very tasty, very good. Well done. Sausage roll. So it's not a huge, great big sausage roll. I am going to cut. It's got the thin pastry on top. Obviously, that's crumbled slightly because I chucked it in the bag and I wasn't thinking, and I've done the usual Gary bit. Let's cut that in half so you can actually see. You can see it before me on this occasion, yeah? What's it like? Okay. Oh. Now this is the thing, sometimes when you go to the chain bakeries, you get a lot of pastry and not a lot of filling. Here, it's filled almost to the brim, and it's there. So you've got the sausage meat inside, very crumbly, buttery kind of looking pastry. That is bang on. That's what you want from a sausage roll. Excellent content of the sausage meat, and it's been properly seasoned. It's warm as well. Oh, that's a really good sausage roll. I think price-wise as well, that is very comparable with the likes of Greggs. But it's miles better. That's a really good, tasty sausage roll. That's actually really surprised me how good that is. Nes Cafe Cappuccino, says it there. Check the lid, Gary. It's not the best. In fact, it tastes like a cappuccino that you get on the train. It's all it basically do is just add hot water to it. It's not the greatest type of cappuccino, but it's wet. And it's cheap. I think I've said it before. In London, I've paid nearly £5 for a cappuccino, and in one place they actually asked me to pay for the cup. No, just pour it into my hands. The pasty, that is Cornish. That's hot as well. Nice gloss to the pastry on the pasty. Let's cut that in half. You got to go to Cornwall to get a proper pasty, that's what I say. Bosh. Oh, gosh. Again, that's intrigued me because there is a lot of filling in there. That again is crammed with filling. As pasties go, that's good. I've been to Cornwall recently. I had a pasty down there. I actually didn't do it on the channel. And when you have a proper Cornish pasty, it's very hard to beat it. But as pasties go, I like the filling. The meat's nicely minced. Nice flavour, well seasoned. Excellent pastry with it, but it doesn't beat Cornwall. I'm really sorry, it doesn't. You've got peas in there as well. Like, pea please, Bob. There's Bob over there in the corner. Say hello to Bob. I like that. But I have been spoilt. I have been spoilt down in Cornwall. Oh, yeah. 5 o'clock. Let's open the pie up. Meat and potato pie. Look at the cameraman because I can't remember what I had. Here we go. It's such a long time ago. 5 minutes. Now my first impression on that doesn't look too appealing on the eye. Yes, I know I'm not too appealing on the eye either, but that does not look that appealing. Let's see what it tastes like. It tastes better than it looks, but it's not a great pie. That's disappointing. Actually, it's a little bit on the salty side as well. No, a little bit over. No, I don't like that filling. That's my personal taste, but I find that a little bit salty. There's not a lot of meat in there. So that one's a disappointment. It is a disappointment. That's... No. Not enjoying that at all. I'm pleased that was the last one I had, because everything else that had here, which is hot, everything's been served beautifully and hot. Still nice and hot now. So when you're all saying I let it all go cold, and when we eat it at the end, it's cold. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it isn't. That is kind of the disappointment. And you take a look at the bag and see how greasy the bag is as well. So everything can't be brilliant all the time. You know, we all have our moments in life. You can have that one. Home bakery, established 1976. Ham salad on a white balm. Just a roll, isn't it? Balm. Bum, billy, bum, bum. Bum, bum. There's all the ingredients, all types on the back. I can tell you the price of this one. It is £2.35. Bish bosh. Plenty of packaging with it. Let's open up. Oh, we got egg. Did it say egg? Ham salad. So you got the egg. Bam, you got tomato. You have ham. There's plenty of ham. Yep, the wafer thin slices of ham. We got lots of it. Lettuce underneath on a buttered roll. £2.35. The balm is very soft. That's really nice. Honey roasted ham. I like the fact they put a hard-boiled egg in there as well. Adds a little bit of a richness. I like the freshness of the lettuce. You know, I haven't had tomato. Tomato's beautifully fresh. Do you know, that's a good roll. Good balm. It is good balm. I mean, look, you can see the filling. There's no shortage of ham for £2.35. Yep, you can't knock it. What we'll do, while it's still warm, dive in, and then we'll dive into the Eccles cakes. So, onto the Eccles cake. Now, that is very big, because normally Eccles cakes are a lot smaller. And so Eccles cakes is basically a turnover. It's got currants in there, got the sugar on top, and a flaky pastry with currants inside. But this claim to fame is the biggest in the world. That's the claim to fame, anyhow. Eccles cake was originated in Eccles, hence the name, Eccles cake. Whoa! So you got the currants. Got the currants out there as well. Where's all the seagulls in Fleetwood? They're kind of like, they are the politest seagulls in the country. Well done to the seagulls in Fleetwood. That's a very flaky pastry, but there is a but. It's dry. Little currants are nice. The old currant buns. The currant buns come out to say hello to me as well. Lots of sugar on top, so it's making the pastry, which is a butter pastry, nice and sweet. But I can't hide it. It's dry. Look, it's dry. So I have got to say, biggest that sometimes isn't always the best. Is it the end of the world? It is the end of the world. No, I'm just so upset. Oh, no, it's not the end of the world. Okay, we'll share. Got two. I'll give my final thoughts on home bakery. The last thing I had there was the Eccles cakes, and I was a little bit disappointed with them. They are absolutely huge. I'm then looking at the price of them because they're £1.20 each, and I'm making a big song and dance. They were a little bit dry, and etc., etc. But they were huge. So maybe I am being a little bit harsh. The only thing on there that I didn't really enjoy was the meats and potato pie. That could be personal taste, so you know it's just down to my personal taste. Everything else I thought was very, very, very good, especially for the money. So I spent, and you've got to bear in mind we've got two coffees, two Eccles cakes, and I spent a total of £16.35, £16.35, which is absolutely no money. What marks am I going to give it? I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I love the fact it's in a terraced house. I'm really pleased that it's managed to expand slightly and it's got a bigger one open, but they've kept the original one there because it's all about keeping nostalgia going. The ladies who served me in there were absolutely gorgeous. They were so polite. They were lovely. You go in there, you've got rolls, you've got bread, you've got everything available, and it's all cooked in-house. Not that one anymore, but it's cooked in their main one and then shipped across, which I think is only about a quarter of a mile or so. Guys, this is what it's about. Support local businesses. Okay, everything wasn't perfect. No, I hold my hands up. Everything wasn't perfect. But there was a lot of filling in every single item that I had. And I think it's done with love. You know, the two ladies who were there, they really enjoyed working in there. You could tell that. And the fact it was very busy, people in and out, in and out. I had to choose my moment when we went in, so I wasn't actually disturbing other customers. But this is what it's about. Support local businesses. If we don't use them, we will lose them. I've got to stop saying that, haven't I? I say that all the time. It's true, though. Support your local bakery. Otherwise, we're just going to go to all the big conglomerates and that's it. Guys, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate it. If you happen to be in Fleetwood, by the seaside, chap out there fishing, go down and see if he's caught anything. Anything I ever catch is a cold. If you're ever in Fleetwood, support a local business. Support a local business. And until next time, bye-bye. The politest seagulls in the country. One there. Billy no mates. Oh, there's another one. Your mate's over there. Bye-bye.